Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here. If you didn't know, this video is a 3 looks 1 palette with the Glamlite Street Taco palette, and this is in my yearly pan that palette project. I've never panned a palette completely, but anyways, it's in my project and I figured I would do 3 looks with a palette since I like doing these videos and I'm currently working on this palette. That is the color story. I do like this palette. It's pretty. So yeah, and the quality is good. That's about all I have to say about that. So my first look is really extreme. I'm going to take that purple shade right there. And it's called Red Onions, but it's in Spanish and I don't want to butcher it. But yeah, anyways, I am putting that on my outer half. And yes, I do have green brows because I'm going to put on a green wig, and I use the green out of that palette for my brows. This look is very extreme, but it's fun. I was just having fun with it. It was the weekend, and yeah. And yes, I rock these looks outside of the house. People don't think so, but yes, I go out looking like a crazed Joker person, and that's cool with me. But anyways, I am winging out that purple shade, and yeah. By the way, you'll have to tell me which look was your favorite. Definitely, I think look number 2 was my favorite for sure, but this one was a lot of fun. Then I took that lime shade and I'm placing it on my eyelid on the front portion of it. Yeah, just like that. I really do like these 3 look 1 palette videos. I hope you do too. But yeah, I know I use older palettes, but I'm taking Guacamole and I'm placing that on my eyelid where the green is. But I feel like we need to normalize using older palettes versus always having the new stuff. I don't know, that's just me. Plus, I'm not like somebody who can afford to review a bunch of shit. But anyways, I'm running that down on my bottom lash line, just like that. And then I took that Laura Geller highlighter, and it's called Diamond Dust, and I placed it on my inner corner and up on my brow bone, just like that. I've really been enjoying that highlighter. Then I took Hungry Ghost pressed glitter from ColourPop. Glitter is not eye safe, don't do as I do, but I'm just showing you what I did. I wanted some more fanciness, and I also did my liner off camera because I struggle with that, and I did film it, but I was out of focus. So yeah, I took a star stamp and I placed it all over my face, and yeah, this is the finished look. What do you think? I thought it was really fun. I had fun with it. It is crazy. Not many people would go out looking like this, but I do, and I don't care. But yeah, alright, second look. I'm going into that Red Onion shade again, and I'm placing it all over my eyelid. Yeah, I do feel like this palette is a little bit limiting, or maybe I'm just overwhelmed with trying to think about hitting pan and all the shades. I don't know. I'm afraid. I don't know if I can do this project, you guys, but I do like this palette, so hopefully I can, or at least make it look really, really, really used. I don't know. And yeah, so I just threw that purple shade all over, and then I took that red shade, El Pastor, or however you say it, and I placed it right above and like on the edge of that purple shade, and yeah, I just kind of slowly blended it out. I didn't want it to get too blown out because I do add another shade, which is that Picante shade, and I placed it right on top. I do these videos without the palette in front of me, so I just visually look at what the shade name is called, and sometimes that doesn't work out, especially since that one was blurry for whatever reason. And then I went back into that purple shade and I placed it back on top of my eyelid because I felt like it got a little lost and I just wanted it to look a little bit more blended. And then I ran it down on my bottom lash line shade. So geez, maybe the other purple shade doesn't mean red onion. Oh, I'm gonna have to look that up. If I'm totally wrong, let me know. Oops. I should have known that too, because I think onion starts with an S in Spanish. I don't remember. Like a rojo something. Okay. Cerezas. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've been in Spanish class, and I've completely just totally not told you what steps I took. So hopefully that's not a big deal, because you can see what I'm doing. But this is by far my favorite look that I did. I really like how glowy that orange looks. I just thought it was really bright, and I don't think it shows up as bright on camera as it did in person. Like, my eyes were like fire. But yeah, here's the third look. I go into that pollo shade, and I do think that means chicken. And I'm putting it on my outer corner and my inner corner for a halo eye. I don't like this look, to be completely honest. I didn't hate it, but I didn't like it. It was funny because I actually was like, oh, I really don't like my makeup today, and my partner was like, well, I think it looks better than it normally does because it's not all the way out to your temples. It's like, oh geez, tell me how you really feel. Anyways, I went to that darker brown shade and I placed it on the inner and outer corner as well, just to give it a little bit more of a, more depth, more transition, something more fun to look at. And then I brought pollo down onto my bottom lash line. Yep, just like that. Yep. I think these browns are going to be the hardest for me to hit pan on. I don't know. If you guys have any tips, let me know. I know some people like use stuff for bronzers and eyebrows and stuff, but I just don't think that this color story is going to work for those things. And then I took the green shade again and I placed it on the center of my eye. I know that I use the same shades a lot. I really should have been a little bit more creative, but I kind of just did whatever. I don't know. I haven't really been in the mood for makeup lately. I'm just feeling really uninspired. I think it's because it's January and yeah, it's the winter blues. Anyways, I placed that green on the center of my eye and I've packed it on just like that. And the green and brown didn't really go together that well. And then I took that guacamole shade and I placed it on the center of my eye. I used my finger and the brush. I don't know why I did that, but I did. And then I took carnitas, and this is where I really started not liking the look. I placed it on, the edges of the center of my green look. And then I really didn't like this step. I took the Light Show pressed glitter from ColourPop and I placed that on my eyelid as well. By the way, glitter's not eye safe. Do not do as I do. Okay, I'm not responsible for your eyelids. But yeah, I placed it on the center too because I wanted just to have more shine, I guess, because, I'm always extra with everything I do. And then I went into Picante and I placed that on the center of my eye. Again, why, I don't know. And then I took the Pico de Gallo shade and I placed that on the center on top of that. And I also placed the Laura Geller Diamond Dust on the center as well. And that's the finished look. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. Bye.